guess same stuff, right? You're just going to prepare like you would Mark Adams as a coach.
Yeah. I got a lot of respect for Mark and the job that he does coaching, but they got really good players. They got really good players, and they've got great size. We're going to have to play really well.
Big guy hurt you in Morgantown. Is it a deal where you're going to have to gang rebound a little bit to try to offset him, move him around a little bit? What do you have to do to slow him down?
We had opportunities. We don't block out twice at the free throw line. Just stand there and let him go rebound it and score. And then we did a terrible job getting the ball in bounds. Other than that, I thought we played pretty well. We were ahead at the time. I think we had an 8-point lead or something like that with not a whole lot of time left, and we didn't finish it. And I think that's been the message, I think, ever since, is that we need to finish. We just can't. You can't get a lead and then think the game's over.
And Isaacs was pretty good off the bounce too. You got to try to slow him, stay in front of him.
He's really good.
Yeah.
No, he's really good. He's really good. He's got great range. But I think we got a lot of practice the other day, because that little guy at K-State is pretty good with the ball and shoots it with great range as well. So I think that was good preparation for us.
Kind of have a compacted schedule and getting here. Fly in, come here. Assume you're going somewhere else for a little bit of workout. Home, back tomorrow, ready to play. Is that better? Does that help focus a little bit maybe? No, kind of not too much downtime?
No, we went over some things this morning, so I'm not real concerned about us not knowing what we're going to do, because we did have a couple days practice, and then we were able to go over some things this morning, so I think we'll be ready.
You've been to, I think this is your 11th now tournament here. I think that's right. Well, what is it maybe about this tournament that people don't know?
How good of players there are in the tournament, and how great the coaches are. I mean, you go right down the list. I mean, there's not anybody that you could even say, well, maybe he's not as good as the other guy. Everybody's good. Everybody does a great job preparing their team. They're great basketball people, and it's a league full of really, really good players. You know, I didn't realize until I was at K-State for a year how good the league really is in terms of players. You know, and you look at it, and I think when I got to Morgantown, we started looking at all the stats and everything, and this league puts more players in the draft every year, puts more players in the NBA, playing in the NBA, than any other league, and I didn't know that until you actually start to dive in and see what you're up against. But we're up against playing really, really good players, coached by really, really good coaches.
What about the history of Kansas City? I mean, this was the heart of NAIA basketball those years. And JoJo Redden brought teams out here. Were you aware of all the history in this city before you got to K-State and knew more about the area here?
I coached in the championship here.
Okay, there you go.
I coached in the championship here when I was at Walsh College.
Municipal?
Yeah, in the old place. Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of neat. I mean, you go in there and you're watching other games before you play, and there's people in there bringing sack lunches and and just enjoying basketball, enjoying being able to be there and watch young guys run up and down the floor and do some really special things. And so, yeah, I knew a good deal about it before I ever went to K-State.
This is a good basketball town, right?
It's a great basketball town. It's a great basketball state. Just basketball everywhere in this state is very well thought of.
I'm sure it does your heart good to hear Emmett say guard is the number one thing that the team has to do tomorrow.
Well, it
Anything-
took him 6 years. So it took him 6 years. So I mean, yeah, he ought to know that by now.
Anything specifically that you pick up? I mean, I know you're not going to share, something that you saw, but are there things after when you played a team a couple times that you say, hey, we're going to do a little bit of this the next time? We think that'll work?
I think those two guys said it the best. We just need to go guard. We need to guard. We need to guard with great enthusiasm and great energy. And if we do that, we'll be fine. I mean, we've come a long way. We've come a long way from where we were to where we are now, and I think they understand what's at stake now.
How does this one feel different than some of the other tournaments that you coached in heading into it?
Hey man, when you've done it for, what have I done it, 40 years? How am I supposed to differentiate between 40 years ago and now? Can't do it.
Well, you took sack lunches to your first one.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
No,
okay,
those were people in the stands. Those were fans.
Mo looks like he's still got the boot on. I guess, do you have any update on his progress trying to come back from that, Mo?
It's going to be a while, I think.
James's ankle still doing
James
all right?
is fine. Yeah, James is fine.
That's good. Thank you.
Yes.